Hello, everybody. Welcome today, our future bestsellers, new friends. We've got all sorts of fabulous people. As you will notice, we have someone new and exciting on our screen today. Let's all say a big welcome to Barrett Laurie. Yay!
Hi, so excited to be here. I love you guys.
We love you too. We're so happy. Now, I will say I've loved you only since this morning, but Robert has excellent taste, and he said, like, you got to check this guy out. I think we should have him on. And so I did binge watch a bunch of your videos this morning. I heart your mom.
I've been following Barrett's channel for a while now.
I know.
We know each other, so I'm so
I know.
excited.
Yeah, you said you were excited about it. So, and then now I find Michelle already knows Barrett as well, and so I feel like I missed the part. I missed the party where the really awesome thing happened, but that's okay. I am cool with that. So, welcome, Barrett. We are very excited to have you.
Okay.
So we usually just go around the circle really fast and do a quick little intro. And so why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are in your writing journey, and a little bit about what you do on your channel, which, by the way, is linked in the description below for all of you guys who are not familiar with Barrett. So, all right, Barrett.
I've watched, so I kind of know what's expected. My name is Barrett Laurie. I am a aspiring kidlit writer. I have been in the YA section, but I'm moving to middle grade, thus the Michelle stalking.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get agented. So if you're trying to do that, come watch me do that, failing miserably, over on my channel. We also host Critique Group Live every second Thursday of the month. So tomorrow night we have Critique Group Live. So please come over and hang out with us there. Also do live stream author interviews, and I do videos that talk about my chronic illness and how it impacts my writing. I have Crohn's disease. So that's what I'm all about. So if you're into any of those things, come hang out with me.
Yay. All right. Well, welcome, Barrett. We are very, very excited to have you here. Doll Cecil Runo, tell us all about you and your wonderful channel.
Hello there, humans. I am Cecil Runo. I am a blind storyteller for introspective readers, mostly writing sci-fi, but I explore other genres in my short stories and a little bit of poetry. My channel is currently kind of trying to come back to life, and I am using Nanowrimo as my YouTube video scripts for 2022 project. So I am totally a Nano rebel working on scripts. I am also querying. So that's how I know Barrett. We are like fellow disabled writers, also trying to get traditionally published. So, so that's how we know each other. And I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, as always, Doll. Michelle.
Hi.
So your video yesterday, which I have not seen yet, but I have heard about from multiple people, causing a big splash. You took more of a deep dive right into the
we need someone like Michelle doing this video, because introduce yourself and you will see why.
All right. Well, I'm Michelle. I'm a middle grade and young adult author, and I am traditionally published. And my writing channel is writing workshops, writing vlogs, and apparently shit talking traditional publishing.
But wait, let me think.
I was going to say we needed someone like Michelle to do this kind of video, precisely because she knows the inside of that world. She has been traditionally published, and she knows, like, she has the in-depth knowledge that people like me, for example, don't have. So it's important that she knows about it. Yes.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Doll. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lisa, for having me, as always.
As always. We're always here. Story Detective needs no introduction, but please make one anyway. Tell us about you and your fabulous channel.
Well, my channel is The Story Detective, where I take various forms of storytelling, put it under a Sherlockian microscope, and break down the craft and give it to the viewers in hopes to make your craft journey easier. I also do tech reviews, and I'm probably going to have a tech review coming up very soon, so stay tuned.
Yay. Thank you all very much for being here. I am Lisa Daly. I'm a traditionally published author, and on my channel, we talk about how to write a book you're super proud of and get it published. And I am so happy that everybody is here today. So let's say hey to some of our friends in the chat. SD Houston. Is it Huston or Houston? I think it's Houston.
Houston, yeah.
Houston, awesome. She was here very early first, which is always something that people like over. So I see that you are a friend of Barrett's. Thank you very much for being here today. We are very excited to have you. Very nice. Oh, there's Barrett. All right, very good. Claude is here. That's right. We're going to get our word count up today. Oh, look at Barrett, man. He's like all in the comments. Nice job. You're hired, buddy. All right. So Morgan's here. Hello, Morgan. We're very, very glad to see you. JC. All right. JC is here. Hello. Very, very nice. Eva. Very glad to see you today.
Hi, Eva.
Jeannie Marcella is here. Hello. All right. Can I give a shout out to Devin? Because
the real MVP.
I know, right?
Howdy.
Devin is awesome. We all love Devin. It's a tradition here that he makes me snort laugh. But he also remembered that yesterday was my birthday, which I was very, very touched by because I completely did not expect it. I know, right? I need a
happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm 29, same as last year. So, yeah. Tamara's here.
Now I'm very, very ashamed. I'm so sorry, Lisa. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, you should. I did not say that to be ashamed. I was so surprised by it and so touched that I was not like Devin was the only one who remembered. It was not like that. I was very surprised. I actually did not expect any of you to remember my birthday, but so I was just touched. I was really surprised by it. So Tamara, you're here, and at the start, we like every time I send you an invite. I did not send you one today. Message me if you want to come on. The one day where she's like, yeah, I'm up, I can do it. So let me know if you want to come on, if you just want to hang out in the chat today. There we go. Just Eva says, I'm not sure how long the little one will allow me to hear things, but I did make it. We are very, very glad you are see. Eva says, we're super glad to see everybody. Thank you, Eva. All right, so Ellen Boyd is here. Hi. Oh, thank you so much. Barrett did a great little shout out for us yesterday, so we were really appreciative of that. Very, very nice. We do have a nice group, except I will say I'm really bad about like letting people know, like, oh yeah, we're starting. So Barrett is amazing, right? And Tamara says Barrett has the best critique streams.
Yes. All of you, come on. Please come on as guest hosts. I'd love to have you.
All right, you guys, you heard it. Barrett's about to be inundated. Even says Robert does have great taste. All fangirl over Barrett. What? We love that. That's awesome. Very nice, you guys.
I'm gonna spend every morning here with you guys.
You're welcome. You can come hang out. It's a good way to start. We have like a really nice little group here. Eva says, critique group live. I'd love to hear some of your stuff on there. Lisa, Robert, Michelle, love Doll's piece. I'll go on.
It's fun, please. I'll send you information.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I had a snippet of my short in October. So the October edition, I had one of my stories there.
What? That's awesome. Very cool.
Nice.
All right. Speaking of cool gamer is here. Hello. We're very glad to see you today. Everybody's so excited. SD says Barrett Laurie is a wonderful human being. Check his channel out. If you haven't, there is a link in the description below. And wait, hold on. I think I did.
Checks in the mail, Shannon. Checks in the mail.
Wait, hold on. I think I did. Oh God, guys, you know what I just did?
Oh gosh.
This is bad. Hold on.
Everyone.
Wait, put user in timeout. Should I put myself in timeout? I just thought
Shannon's
that I had
just debuted last Monday. Her debut novel was last Monday. So I offered go Shannon.
That's awesome.
I'll distract while you fix it.
I can't fix this. Hold on just a second, you guys. Barrett, tell us a little more about what you're going to be working on today while we're streaming. How about that?
Yes, so, cool. I am trying to get that middle grade voice. So I've been reading all the middle grade books, and I'm finishing up a beta read for a dear friend of mine, Moon Petrie's middle grade book. So I am entering all of my info into the document for her today. So that is my plan, and that is my mission for the day. Finding that voice, looking for that younger, a little bit younger voice. Less snarky.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
Less snarky. I love that, though. That's fantastic. Well, Michelle will be happy to give you some little tips, I'm sure, on that. All right. Thank you for the chat. I really appreciate it. Okay. I am going to, oh, Devin said I have no powers here. I'll fix that during the break. All right. Here's the thing. I have just like made myself all spastic. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute warm-up sprint, and everybody can open up their documents and get their giant bottles of water and get all of our stuff going. And when we come back, we're going to talk about what we're working on today. So you guys feel free to share in the chat, please, because we definitely want to know. And yeah, that's it. All right, let's do a 5 minutes. Usually I'm not so cool, but today that's happening. So
It's lots of excitement, so that's
it
why.
is. I'm just so, over Barrett. So I just can hardly control myself today. I don't even know what I'm doing. So, all right, we're going to share a little screen here. Which one is it? All right, there we go. So we are going to be going out for a 5-minute warm-up sprint. You guys get everything going, and we will be back in 5 minutes to talk about what everybody is working on. Thanks for being here today, guys. Let's get started in 3, 2. That's what I need. I just need my warm-up. 1. All right, very nice. Okay, who did I mute? I muted, like, I just was like, mute, mute, mute. Okay, so welcome back, everybody. Thanks so much for being here today. We are going to, because we didn't have a chance to do it before, our little 5-minute warm up. We're going to talk with everybody in the chat about what they are going to be working on today, who's working on a Nano project, who is working on just kind of random stuff. How many Nano rebels besides Doll and myself do we have going on today? So let's
all the Nano rebels. And also
yeah.
Barrett hosts the live stream. It's the Nano rebels. So join the rebellion. They are all here. So we have a lot of rebels today.
Yeah,
That's right.
Rebellion with me.
That's right, right? There is a lot. There are a lot. All right. So who do we have here? Hi. Hi, Fred. I do not know how to say your name. So is it Pikiao? I don't know. So tell us phonetically, please.
Not even I know how to say it.
I know, and Doll's our worldwide expert of name recognition. So if Doll doesn't know it, it can't be known. So please tell us your how to say your name phonetically. And thank you so much for being here. We are very, very glad. All right. So Eva says, remember that time I blocked the channel owner from chatting in their own live? So, okay, thank you, Eva. That makes me feel better. I did get it off, and thank you for everyone, including Barrett, who jumped to my aid when I did something really, really dorky. So, okay, let's talk with everybody in the chat about what we are working on today, and then we are going around. Okay. Hold on, we have an answer. Ooh, the chat's crazy. PKO'd. PKO'd. All right, thank you so much. PKO, we're very glad to see you. I know this is your first time because I would remember that I could not pronounce your name. So PKO'd. All right, very nice to see you. Laura is here. She is a Nano rebel. Hi, Laura.
And sent a query, I think yesterday, on that book I was beta reading. Laura, am I lying about that? Tell me in the chat.
Yeah, that's right. We want to know. Very, very nice. Awesome. Aphrodite's here. I just saw her, but StreamYard jumped. Hello, Aphrodite. I sent you a little invite in Facebook, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed you're going to be co-hosting with us next week. We will see about that. Good friend. Yes, exactly. SD Houston. Wait, Houston?
Houston.
Already forgot. Houston. SC Houston got 122 words in the 5 minutes. That is phenomenal. Very, very nice. We are very glad. She says, hey to Aphrodite. Everybody's sending the love to Aphrodite. Courtney's here. She's working on an outline for a novel for a freelance client. I wrote no words because I was looking over notes to figure out the next thing. That's what we do in the 5 minutes. It's all right. It's good. It's very good. SD working on a video script. I feel like it's going to be bad. Like something terrible is going to happen, and not just me putting the invitation to backstage for all of the world to see. I think that, I think that something's going to happen because I'm really on a roll today with being a spaz. Okay. So there we go. I already did that one. Let's go on. We have lots of hello. Devin says, congrats to Laura. Hi. We're very glad you're here. Laura did say she sent 5 queries last night, 3 fast responders and 2 slower ones.
That's pretty good.
It's super fast. That's awesome.
Can I just say real quick,
yes,
for anybody in Queryland, to give you hope, I have a friend who's been querying since August, and the whole no responses and no thing is just so fraught because how do you know when enough time has passed? So she queried this one agent who she really loved in August, first batch, never heard back. She had written it off as a no, and just yesterday got a full request from that agent. So some of them really are just taking a long time. Don't give up hope.
Right.
In my case, I know it's going to be a no, so I really just write them off, and I don't know who to query. Honestly, it's kind of difficult for me to find the agents. Like usually the agents I have queried, I query one by one, and I know this is wrong, but this is my specific circumstances. I don't have access to all those query managers. I no, but like, there are these websites where you look at data and you pay $25 a year or something like that. I don't have access to one. I don't have access. I don't have the money. I don't see. Those websites are very not blind friendly, I should say. and so it hurts to try even. So what I do is I read a book, and if I like it and it fits with my kind of thing, I look at who's the agent of this person and go and query. That's what I do. It's very slow, and usually I get a no or a no response at all. So I don't have the best methods, and I don't have access to the paid platforms where you look at agents and stuff. I don't have
You
it.
don't need access to the paid platform. You can just use like an Excel spreadsheet or a Google spreadsheet to keep track of who you've already queried. That's all you want to make sure you're not.
A list.
Yeah,
of
a
who
list
I
works too.
Spreadsheets are not line friendly.
It
Right.
doesn't, whatever works for you is fine. You do not need a $25 a month or a year database to keep track of who you're querying. You just don't. And the way that you're finding agents to query, by looking in the in the acknowledgments of books that you like, that feel like books that are similar to, in that sort of similar.
Not the acknowledgments, because again, audiobooks, and that doesn't exist. So I have to go to the websites. Like I just Google the agent, and then I look at who represents this person. I Google the
That's
author.
another good way to do it.
Yeah. I
that's
Google the author, and it's like, okay, who represents? And if I don't find, then I go and ask someone in the writing community who sees better than I do, and they find it for me. So it's a slow process for me. I don't have other ways, so I ask around, I guess.
Well, your method is great that you've sort of customized for yourself, and the way that you're going about it, in that you're finding agents who have agented books that are similar to yours, that's the way to go. And there are faster ways, as far as looking up and if you ever need help with that, just message me and say, do you know who reps this book? Because
I do need help with that. Definitely.
Send me a list of books, and I will look them up on Publishers Marketplace, and we will find out who. Like, you don't need that'll take me 5 minutes, and I don't want you to go through all that labor. You can spend that labor working on your query, but don't. But you are on the right track. That is the right thing to do.
Well, let me just jump in and say to anyone else, when I was subscribed to Publishers Weekly, and I just did it while I was querying, I put out on my channel all the time, if you're querying and don't want to pay for the PW subscription, message me who you want to look up, and I'll send you the info, right? Like, we're a community, so if someone's paying for it, put it out there to other people. Hey, I'll be there to help you out, and people will do that for each other. So Doll and I were not linked up when I went out in the spring, as far as like on our query journey. But when it happens again in the spring, Doll, you could always call me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd do that for you in a second. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barrett. Right. That's the truth. We all have to help each other out. That is absolutely the truth. And there are lots of people that do have access to that kind of thing, that where you really we don't need to all be paying for the same thing. So we can share. So we are speaking. It's great that the conversation has naturally gone this way, because this is actually our topic today. We're going to talk about querying. One of the videos that I watched of Barrett's was his experience in querying for a book, and he had gotten a revision request, and it did not go so well, or it did. It depends on your perspective, right? Exactly. And I had thoughts on that. I want to hear Michelle's thoughts on that. Actually, I want to hear everybody's thoughts on it. But I do want to talk about queries today. So let's go through, talk about what everybody's going to be working on today. We're going to get right into a 20-minute sprint. But when we come back, we are going to talk about queries. So I'm thrilled that it has already gone this direction. Margaret is here. Hello. We are very, very glad to see you. Debbie just finished penciling a page. Fantastic. Ellen, 147 words. Yay. Very, very nice. Aphrodite working on another Uncharted Desire teaser. Love that. Very nice. Eva says congrats to Laura and good luck. Everybody says congrats. Nice. Everybody's excited. Margaret says leave space for miracles. I love that. Very, very nice. JC says, in that 5 minutes, I sat down, started breakfast. I managed to fix just before you went live. I'm working on my Nano novel for the stream.
Her first middle grade too.
JC.
Yep. Yep.
I actually feel like I have like a very good vibe about that for you, JC.
Me too.
I feel like, yeah,
Me
right.
too.
I feel like that's perfect. Look
Me
at
too.
you. You like, no, like, oh yes. Well, JC just redecorated her living room and she's working on a middle grade.
I'm collecting my middle grade smaller channels. I'm pulling them in to kind of be together and beta read for each other. And so that's a purpose. That's my mission.
I love that. I did write a middle grade book back in the day. It was technically, it was, I know.
What?
Well,
know
so
that.
it was, yeah, it was marketed at, it's like one of those on the, I would call it YA, but they market it as middle grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Beauty. It was sort of a retelling of, you remember that movie from the 80s, Big, with Tom Hanks?
Oh God, yeah.
That's what my the current project is based off of. Yes, my
What?
middle grade project, Big, is my with Rick, the
Right,
Alex
I love
Neal
that
book.
movie.
That's my comps. for
Really?
that.
Oh, I
Yes.
love it. Okay, so
Read
this
it.
book, yeah, this book was done, it was Penguin title a while ago. It was actually a work for hire book. And which was my first work for hire project I ever did. And yeah, it's about a girl who feels like sort of plain and unnoticed in her high school, and she wishes she were more beautiful, and then you know how the rest of it goes. So yeah. All right, that's cool. Yes. All right. Doll, stop expecting a no, expect a yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We should like put that on the thing. Yeah, absolutely. Put that on the banner. All right. JC, how's your Nano project? Well, we just had that. Ellen says only 30 literary agents here in Canada. Oh,
What?
no. Is that
Womp womp.
true? How is that possible?
For your genre or in
Yeah.
general?
Goodness.
You can, and you know, a lot of Canadian books sell well in the US. A lot of US books sell well there. So I would imagine, since you're, I mean, I know a number of Canadian authors. Some of them have Canadian agents, but some of them have US based agents. So I don't know if you have to feel like
Don't
you,
limit yourself to your country.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
limit yourself to your country. Don't.
Probably not.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
that
all
was
right.
the case, I couldn't query at all because I am not even in the US or Canada, UK. I'm in Argentina and I'm querying wherever the crap I find an agent next.
Well, and that's what you got to do sometimes. So yeah, so don't limit yourself that way. But let's move through. I'm sorry, you guys. I hate to I want us to actually get some writing done. So I want to be like, yes, Aphrodite says, doll, I will help you track. Be positive. All right, we have gotten some fantastic comments today. There we go. Fantastic.
You know what? I just
You
looked
guys are
something
going-
up. Can I add something, Lisa?
I agree.
Yes, always.
Just real quick, I wanted to confirm this, so I looked it up. Liselle Stanbury, she's she's an author tuber.
She's here.
She's
Great.
Canadian, and she's at the Night Agency, which is
Christy
American.
Hunter,
You
yeah.
can definitely you can
Yeah.
definitely query U.S. agents.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Aphrodite loves creating spreadsheets, and she is going to help you, doll. So, Claude, thank you so much. You're so
Best.
sweet. Devin says Kay Wheeland is very friendly and a sweet person too. Absolutely. There we go. Tammy says, love this community. You guys are so awesome. Oh,
Good to
Tammy,
see you,
thank you
Tammy.
so much. Very sweet. All right. I cannot get to these all before we go to the 20 minutes. So we are going to take a break. Before we go, I want to know what everybody's working on, but we're going to talk about it super quick. So I'm going to start with you, doll. I think you mentioned it, but go ahead.
Yeah, but super quick. After a very intense day of scripting yesterday, up to 4,000 words, today I'm working on a lot more light-hearted script, and I'm not going to push myself to finish it if it doesn't happen. So another video script for today. That's it.
Excellent. Very, very nice. Robert, what are you working on today?
I am going to be working on my slow motion Nanowrimo project.
I like that.
Moving right along, I'll tell you.
Love it. Love it. That's awesome. Michelle, what are you working on today?
I'm working on my mystery book, transferring it into Scrivener. I think I'm going to hit 20,000 words in my Scrivener book today.
Yay! Well, in order to do that, we're going to actually have to have some writing sprints. Barrett, tell us again what you're working on today.
Moon Petrie, if you're out there, chapter 11 is coming this sprint. So if you're in the Google Doc, here I come for you.
Yay! Awesome. I am also working on my Nano project, which is a non-fiction project. I am also a rebel. All right, you guys, let's bring the timer up. Hopefully I have the, wait a minute, you know what I just did? Hold on. I really
just
am
wanna-
having
I just
kind of,
want to say, Michelle, I can't
oh,
I can't
Uh-oh,
believe that
what?
I hit 20,000. I can't believe I hit 20,000 before Michelle. This
Right?
is unheard of.
It's
This is
awesome.
unheard of.
it's awesome. It is definitely something to celebrate. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. Doll, would you like to take us out and give us a little pep talk before our sprint?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because apparently I can do this now.
Yeah.
Yes, I can do it. So if I can do it, you can do it too. I have a little bit of lag. I might come back and refresh in the 20 minutes because I see that I have lag. But anyway, it doesn't matter if you're slow or fast or lagging behind a little. We are here to support you. You get your words done with us in 20 minutes, and we will be back to discuss your progress. There will be progress, I promise. So 20 minutes, sprint is ready in 3, 2, and 2, and 1, and sprint.
All right. I see Barrett is getting into our our little thing. Hold on. I've got this. I have the ocean sounds continuing to go in my ear, so I had to turn that off for a second. So, all right. How did everybody do on the sprint?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good,
Glad to
actually.
hear it. We have another friend who has joined us.
Yay.
Yay,
Hi.
Sakura's here.
I made
All
it
right.
finally.
I know. Well, we knew you were going to, and I thought, like, I'm just gonna wait because I saw you were like actually at a bookstore, right, to do an event.
I was on another stream doing book tour stuff.
Ah, fun. I know.
Is it for Flambeau?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Well, give us a put a link in the private chat, and we'll drop it in there. So, drop it in the chat so everybody can see.
Devin was nice enough to
I think
post
Devin did it.
the
Yeah.
link
Devin, I love you.
to the interview just now, and I can put the pre-order for.
That'd be great. That'd be great. CEO Savvy's here. Oh my gosh, you guys, comment. So CEO Savvy's here. We are talking about queries today, and I really do want to dig into this. So so let's do I can't find it. CEO Savvy gave us our nickname, and we have a million comments. Hold on, I can't find it. It's back. StreamYard's just jumped. Look, NUL's here. Hi, we're so glad to see you. All right. Tamara wants to know if Aphrodite's sending out Patreon packages. I want to know that too. I want to know what you send out. Here is the thing. Look who's here. CEO Savvy. Hi, Daily Laurie, Schusterman, Detective Batseth, Dalcito. We are super glad that you are here, CEO Savvy. We love you. We're very glad you made it today. Speaking of people we love, you guys may have noticed that Carol is not with us today. She is taking a break, but we love her, and hopefully she'll be back really soon. Okay, so let's talk queries. This morning I watched Barrett's video. I actually linked to it, the specific video in the description below, where he talks about how he queried. Actually, you know what? Barrett's here. He could tell the story. I don't just have to recount it. Barrett, tell us what happened. Give us the recap. What happened?
I'll give you the Cliff's notes. So I queried in April. I sent a batch of 6. First time I'd ever queried. I got 5 requests. Now I should preface that with 2.
Wait. I'm sorry. We have to stop. 6 queries, 5 requests.
But wait for it. So 2 of those were from Twitter because I had done PitMad and LGBT Pit before I went out. So 2 of those were of those 5 were that, right?
Okay.
So yes, the numbers are good and I'm happy about it. But 2 of those were from pitch contests. But anyway, I got an R&R from one of the agents, and it was ultimately a rejection. It was a good experience. There was a bit of it that was left me with sort of a bad feeling, and part of that was the big lesson that I learned, which was when I got the editorial letter from the agent, I really wished I'd have set up a phone call to go over the letter. And I didn't, because I was starstruck and kind of afraid and I just didn't feel comfortable reaching out. And that's something I learned, because when she rejected and we talked, she said, wow, I wish you'd have reached out to me if these 3 things weren't clear. And I was like, but you're like important.
But you're an agent.
Right.
Yeah.
So I learned that the starstruck thing is a thing, and you can't do it. It's a business relationship. And as an MBA who taught business school, I should know that. So like that was one of those things that I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that was a very good lesson. And I was really struck by how, and for anybody who doesn't know, an R&R is a request from you send them your query and they say, I really like this, but in order to take it out, I would need to see these kinds of changes. So R&R stands for revise and resubmit. And so they go, I really like it, but I would really like, and that's a great sign if they care enough, right? And she gave you a great sign. It is a great sign. And here's why. She cared enough about the project because her time is money. Yep. She's not going to work on it if she doesn't think she can sell it. She's not blowing smoke. It's not her job to teach you how to write. Right. So if she says, revise and request, it's because she thinks she can sell it if you make those kind of changes. Now, that could be based on the market. It could be based on just what she's personally comfortable, the kind of story she likes. It could be a variety of factors. But the fact that she cared enough and that she wrote you a very extensive editorial letter shows she really like thought that this project like could be a thing. And something that she could sell. And she would not have invested her time, which was what it was, an investment. She would not have done that if she did not think that there was something there. So I agree completely with your ultimate conclusion, which is that you should have had that conversation, even though she's an agent. Oh my God, this could be it.
That's
like
true.
even that,
Yeah.
right? Which I totally get.
Mhm.
I totally get. But one of the things you said in your video made my little heart break, and that was that you thought that you should not submit to her again. And I, like Michelle, you just made a face.
We
Wait,
have reasons to think this way. I
Yeah.
understand. I understand
I
why
didn't go
Barrett.
I didn't go super deep. If you want me to, I'll tell you. So the change was a gender change.
right.
And the reasoning was didn't believe that a publisher would buy that a gay character would have a straight male best friend. And it just changed the story.
Okay, never mind.
That's why I was like, that's Lisa. That's why.
Okay.
That's why I was like, it
So-
could be good,
Okay.
but
No.
But I said in the video, and I want to be really clear, the agent, I don't think there was any ill intent. It really was, from the conversation, it was from a business perspective, and it was about like
Right.
believability and sale. Like I didn't have any icky feelings, So
Yeah.
it did kind of block me, and it was good in a way because it gave me a reset to say, okay, I'd watched Michelle's video about YA being a dumpster fire, and I thought, you know what, she's kind of right. And so I said, I have this middle grade story I want to work on. Maybe I spend a few months resetting my focus, reading a ton of middle grade stories, working on middle grade stories with my friends, and trying something different, to get out of my comfort zone. And
Mhm.
I'm ready to start writing again. And I think it was the break I needed to kind of get over the sting, right? Because the thing is, when you do this publicly, you do the video and you think, oh, I'm going to do I got an agent video. And it doesn't work out that way. And then you have to
Right.
tell everybody that.
Right.
And so...
Okay.
I
So
think
two
that
things.
shows the
Oh, go ahead, Robert. Sorry.
brotherhood of leaving their stamp on so many people in a negative way that it's just kind of pathetic. But at the same time, it's a huge win because you sent out your first queries and you got this personal response. That is huge. That's extremely.
Yeah, that's really huge. If Michelle and I were looking for new agents tomorrow, we might not get the same response that you had gotten.
Yeah.
As far as 5 out of 6, like you should know that is extraordinary. So
It is.
be grateful for that. The second thing is, I always tell my kids, if you're not failing sometimes, you are not trying hard enough. So, and in particular in publishing, it is built into the process.
Yeah.
So this is just you like developing your 3rd or 19th skin, which will serve you later. But, and so I could see why you'd go like, okay, not a good fit. Like here, let me name these 700 people that I know that are gay men with gay best friends, or with straight male best friends. But we're
Not
like,
me. It was based on me. What happened? I'm not going to have it to give you this.
I know.
No, Lisa, when I heard the real, like, I understand Barrett didn't want to go so deep in the video. I get it. But when I heard like the deep reason why, I was like, dude, I am an ace person. I don't want to date anybody, but once in a millennia, I like boys. Once every blue moon. And my best friend is an out and loud lesbian. Seriously. I was like, who's that agent? I don't want to talk to her ever.
It's shocking to me, but it's almost like you're saying gay people and straight people could be friends. Is that the shocking message that we're trying to impart today? Okay.
Yeah.
So that not be, and again, she's coming from a perspective that
Marketing.
of what
Yes.
she thinks she can sell. I think she's wrong, but she's coming from a perspective of what she thinks she can sell. And again, she's not going to invest her time and money or not money, but time, which is her money, in working on a project that she doesn't think that she can sell. But,
and I want to cite Michelle's video on how this affects consumers because they are reducing the diversity of books.
Yeah,
Thank you, Michelle. I was screaming from the rooftops like this. Amen. Preach.
Yeah, I would keep submitting. You already got a lot of interest in it. take any of the feedback that you thought was valuable and use that, and keep your character the gender that he is supposed to be in your story, and keep submitting with that story. It's okay to like work on move the next thing, but that's like such great interest for your first time out. That should be very encouraging to you.
Oh yeah.
You should feel like be like super proud of that. That's like it feels like, oh no, I didn't get an agent my first time out when I sent out 6 queries, but it's not. It's like, oh, I got a fucking 80% response rate the first time I queried. That's phenomenal and unreal. And I'm not kidding you when I say if Michelle and I sent out tomorrow for new agents that we might not get the same response. That like that's really phenomenal. So feel great about that.
When I say anyone, don't miss the Twitter contests. Right?
Yeah.
It was worth it. It may not work out, but it's worth it. I networked with a lot of great people. So, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. I think any chance you have, and people are not doing like writers conferences anymore as much. I mean, that people are sort of starting to come back to that. But any opportunity you have, if you're at a writers conference, to do those sort of like speed dating pitch kind of things, you should definitely take those opportunities, especially if you're writing in a genre like romance or mystery, because you have like just that little connection that you made on social media or, on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, or in person at one of those little 5 or 10, right. That extra little advantage of they already are sort of familiar with you. There's already something about you that they like. That can be a real advantage. Michelle, what say you, darling? Hi. What say you?
Oh God. This all sounds like after I don't know if I can articulate this right. After years of the last several years have put agents and editors into this place where they're like afraid of books they sign getting canceled. But instead of like, I don't know, Eva had a really great comment in here about how we can't cater to the problem if we want to change it. And I feel like the fact that agents and editors it's still so homogenous, it's still so white, straight, cisgendered, able-bodied, etc., that like they're in this point now where they're like paranoid about acquiring diversity because they don't want to get canceled, so they're ignoring own voices authors writing from a place of actual experience and being like, oh, I don't know, we might get canceled for that. Like I feel like that's the underlying current here,
right?
Is like it's going to be called out as problematic.
Writing from
I don't know.
Michelle, I love
a problem,
you.
And yeah, I agree with Eva in that we can't cater to it. And also, like, y'all, they're so out of touch with kids.
Oh my God! Yes.
Do these people not have children? Do they not observe? My God, I don't understand it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Preach, Michelle. Preach.
Yeah. It is really
writing from personal experiences, writing from diverse experiences. Oh, but that's not marketable. See why I query one by one? See why I am so hesitant to even bother sometimes?
If it's not marketable, that's the marketing.
This is it. I know.
That's the marketing people.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is like we're like, well, space travel's believable, but not a gay, not a gay teenager and a straight teenager being.
Oh my God!
Not a blind person who can still see something. Not a blind person.
No, you have to be completely blind.
Okay.
Right. You have to be completely blind and look like a supermodel. And And every person
like I'm so done.
It is Go ahead, Robert. Sorry.
I feel very lonely though.
When I was first querying and very excited to get traditionally published, I sent everything out. I did children's stories, I had my novel, and I was also back in the day on good friendly relations with Saul Stein, who I ran a lot of stuff by, including my query letter. And he rewrote the query letter for me. And I was sending out a query letter that was written by someone who is huge in the industry. And I just got rejection. So you can't really take it personally.
Yeah.
But again, it's a huge thing. And the right person is out there. You just have to kind of, it's a Herculean task sometimes. And by the way, Dal, check your messages. There may be some help there for agent stuff.
Mhm.
Can I say something to
Oh,
Nick
thank
Ghost
you.
real quick? About
Yes,
that
absolutely. I was
boundary?
going to pull that back up, actually.
Can I just say,
so
don't lose faith. I haven't, right? And even with that agent, I'm not saying I wouldn't query them again. That's not the case. I just would have been more assertive in what I believed and pushed back. Because again, when I did, she was open to it. So it was a matter of us not connecting and
Communicating.
talking, which is important to think about because you're a business relationship. You got to get to that place with that person, right? So don't give up. Don't let my story be a reason to give up. So sorry.
Yeah.
That was
No. I don't like. I don't. That is
I
exactly the
agree.
takeaway. Yeah, that is the takeaway that we want from that. Eva, I cannot find the comment from Eva that you had mentioned earlier, but I hopefully covered it. Eva saying that this the entire magic system of urban fantasy. That's fine. Gay person having a friend of a gender they may be attracted to. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like it's almost the same thing as saying like in a cis relationship you're like you can't if I'm a woman attracted to men I can't be friends with any men.
Yeah.
Like it's the exact
Right.
same thing. Like you're
Yeah.
just
The old Harry met Sally.
right. Yeah, exactly. So it's sort of and I know they want to change theoretically, right? They're like, yes, we want to reach more people, we want to do that, like there's a market for this. They see that these own voices author that these we see that own voices authors these charming people, they're so lovely. They see own voices authors finding audiences on in indie publishing, and they want that money, they want to be a part of it, so they're like yeah we want it, but then you have the same old gatekeepers that you had before, and that's part of the problem.
That's part of
All
the
right.
problem.
So you guys, we have such
It looks
great
good to say.
yeah.
I mean, it looks great to say that you want diversity. It's
Sure. You have to
great
actually
PR, but
you
are
have
you
to
actually
actually
taking it?
yeah, you have to
I don't think so.
you have to actually want it. Well, there's some diversity, but yeah, there's too much of the same old for sure. Tammy says my issue with traditional publishing is that it is all opinion, not necessarily that your work is good or not. It's hardly ever about, I mean, your work has to have a certain quality level for sure, but it is not all about
content.
that. It is about whether or not it will sell.
Definitely.
That is what they're in a business. We are widget makers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right? It is not about who wrote the best book. It's about the books they think are going to sell, which books are marketable. Because if it were all about the best book, we would not have the USA Today and New York Times bestseller list completely populated with reality stars.
Yes.
So yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go. Eva says, I think something really great. It's a lot of emotional work to push back in this area. Sure, she was open to it. She meant to be an expert, didn't consider the entire topic.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think one of the things that Barrett had said that was really, really smart is that you need to have those conversations and know that if she takes the time, or he or whoever, they take the time to give you that kind of feedback, that they want to, that they're interested in your book and they think that they can sell it and they want to sell it. I mean, that's the thing. They want, the debut author is like the unicorn for an agent. So they want you. It's not that they only want to publish the same old. Booksellers, you don't have a sales record. If you're a debut author, you can do anything, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's part of it. And I think you're right. If you'd had the conversation like, well, this happened to me, that, what? Oh my God, it's shocking. But
Or I could have said, at the time I was, just 2 years out of teaching, where every day I had 24 kids in my class who were 18, 19 years old, and those kinds of relationships every day. So
you don't know anything about that. That's just crazy talk. That is just yeah. BC also traditionally published about whether or not it will sell, not if it's good. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let us go. That said, many good things do get through. We should say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and there are audiences for all different types of books. So the beautiful thing now is that traditional publishing is one way to go, and there are many other ways to go. So let's do another 20-minute sprint because we got to stay on top of
Sprint.
this. Yay! All right, let's see what I've got here. Okay. You'd think I'd be better prepared, but as we all know, I'm not. I get so wrapped up in the conversation. Okay, you guys. Barrett, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I feel you'd be great at a pep talk. Would you like to take us out for this sprint?
Absolutely. Your best is good enough. So get out there and do your absolute best. And no matter what, don't forget that I believe in you. So get those words.
Done. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I have to just go through there. All right. All right, everybody. How did we all do on that last sprint?
I can't believe it. I am over 1,000 words already.
Look at you.
Way to go,
Fantastic.
doll.
Yeah, you are like on fire today. Very nice work. Story Detective, how about you? Sako, did I mute you? No, you didn't.
I just finished a chapter and I've got about 681 words so far for the stream, so that's not bad.
Nice
For me,
work. That's fantastic. Sako's like, let me out of the box. Hi, Sako. We're very glad you're here today. So how did you do on the last sprint?
I talked a little bit about a friend's book. I talked a little bit about Flambeau, and I'm working on more marketing stuff and marketing plan implementation
Good.
this month.
Yay. Awesome. Fantastic. Very, very nice job. Michelle, how did you do on the sprint?
Awesome. So today, between all the sprints, and keeping in mind I'm copying a lot from my notebook, but I've gotten 2,300 words in. And now my project is at 20,612 words.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Very nice. That is totally awesome. Yay, you. All right. I love that. Barrett, how'd you do on the sprint?
Good. Chapter and a half more for Moon's project, and I did a lot of chatting with people in the meantime. So I was doing double duty. It was great.
You are awesome. I know, right? You like every other comment is Barrett, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so speedy. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. Fantastic. I also did really well. I got 721 words, which is really shocking for me. I don't usually write that much in a 20-minute. So I'm in the zone, though. I'm feeling good about it. Eva said something awesome. Wait, hold on. StreamYard jumped. I had it all in here, and now I can't find it. Basically, she said that she has real optimism that Barrett will get an agent in 2022. No pressure. I will take that. Yes, I agree. If anybody wants to bet against, I will take your money from you. Yeah, I think that's definitely a thing. So Ellen agrees. Absolutely. JL is here.
Hey.
Hi, JL. We're very glad you made it today. We're very happy to see you. She is working on edits still, so that is absolutely fantastic. Very nice. Walter's here. Hello, Walter. We are very glad to see you. Woke up with no water. Walter lives in Alaska, you guys.
Ooh.
So that's, yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Good luck, Walter. I hope you have some water soon. Oh, Barrett has a question for the chat. I'm drinking peppermint hot cocoa. What is everyone sipping during the stream? Pepsi for Sako. I have my giant bottle of water, but I'm at 1 p.m., so I'm early today. I'm on track for my water consumption. What is everybody else drinking? Michelle, what do you got? I was laughing at your mug earlier.
Me too. I love the
Didn't
mug.
you show that? Like,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, that's it. Story Detective, what are you drinking today?
I just have
What's the
water,
mug?
but Georgie's making tea because my sinuses since this morning have been just horrendous.
Oh, no. I think there's a lot of that going around. Doll, her mug says WTF. What are you drinking
yes.
today? What are you
Me,
drinking
water.
today? All right, very good. All right, so TL Russ Lifestyle is drinking Earl Grey Rooibos tea. That sounds very fancy. So speaking of being fancy, like I was sick, you guys, from like either late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning until I woke up. I'm like sore throat, and I was like, oh my God, I have COVID. And so I went, I don't. And I spent like 4 days in bed watching Downton Abbey. And then I was like, I need to make cucumber sandwiches. So I literally was drinking tea, watching Downton Abbey, and eating cucumber sandwiches. Real life. There we go. Okay. JL always has a good question. Hold on, JL. I'm coming back to you because you always have great questions. Okay. Eva's got Dr. Peppa. Blueberry tea. Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Mhm.
Very, very nice. Barrett wants to know if TL Russ Lifestyle, have you hit those 4 million words?
Holy cannoli.
I'm fascinated to hear the answer to that question. Margaret finished her first chapter.
Yeah.
Awesome. We need like a little party thing. It'll just be us. All right, everybody. When I count to 3, we're all going to be confetti. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, Margaret. Excellent. All right. Eva says, I think the storytelling has always saturated society, and capitalism is destroying it more than it is destroying itself with the lack of originality. There's always room for more stories. That is the truth. All right. Did I go? I did. We all went through. Okay. So here's JL's question. Do you think the world of storytelling is becoming so saturated that originality is becoming more and more threatened? That was the answer to the question.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really not my game today. Okay. Such a dork. Okay. So more and more threatened. Is there room for more stories? I say yes. What say you, Barrett?
Absolutely.
I say there are no original stories. So they're a version of an older story. So just put your spin on it. It's going to be different. That's what I always say to that. So
that is the truth. Absolutely. Anybody else? Yes. Robert, what do you say?
I agree with Barrett. All story ideas have been done in one form or another. The originality, I think, comes from the characters and their take on it. And that is what's getting lost in the whole homogenization of the corporate world taking over publishing, because it's all streamlined. Like movies affect novels, and novels get turned into movies, and they become story beats, much like Save the Cat, which is for plot. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it has nothing to do with characters, because characters are given to actors, and dialogue, if it comes out of the actors' mouths with the right emotion, that doesn't have to be great anymore. So we're just like paring everything down to like blah.
That's a technical term that Robert learned in his many years.
That one.
Many years at Marvel. Blah. I think there's a lot of truth to that, and I think it doesn't just impact traditional publishing and movies and all of that traditional. I don't even want to call it content. That makes me crazy when people call books content.
I hate that. Thank you.
Right? It's not just like content is stuff that's in a box, or you know what I mean? Like it's in a cereal box. Maybe there's wheat in there. Maybe there's like red dye number 83. Maybe there's some sort of chemical they use as a pesticide somewhere else. I don't know, but it's content.
I have a thing about this as well. Like there is this pressure, and we have discussed this before. It has been a discussion before on authortube about like author brand and the pressure of being on social media all day, all the time, produce more content. As an author trying to grow my presence on social media because I want my audience to find me, I have found suggestions by content creators who are like making it big, and they say, Dal, but you have to post every day. And I'm like, dude, I'm an author. I don't have your job. I have your job and my own. It's not the same. It's it's this misconception that authors are reduced now to just another content creator because that's what all art is now in the era of social media. Musicians put their music on social media, painters, authors, all of us. It is just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm making a video about it. There's gonna be hot tea spillage. Stay tuned.
It is a lot. And what I was going to say is that it's not just about traditional publishing, because for indie publishers, they have this pressure to
even more so.
Right? It used to be
even
like
a
book a month, and now they want like 24 books a year in order to make the algorithm happen. Right?
It's bullshit. I'm going to say it from now on. It's bullshit. Don't listen to it.
Yeah.
It is. And that again comes down to that homogenization, because people are putting out various versions of that same story with those same beats, and you produce more, you produce faster. And everyone, I think, that puts out a self-published book has at least a small following. So when you're putting that book out, Amazon gets a little pile of money. Of course, it's from thousands, potentially millions of authors, but more equals more. And I think it's a response to saying, we're not even interested in quality anymore. Just give us more.
They
so
don't
we can
care.
make money.
They don't
Yeah.
care how they get their $2.18 from you. They
Exactly.
don't, right? If you can get somebody to buy it and not return it or be mad about it, they're happy. All right, we have some good writers here today. Mintgo's got 654 words. Yay! Fantastic. Ellen got 493. Very nice. Morgan is almost done editing all my ums out of my videos. Oh my God, I'm glad it's not.
I do that a lot.
Me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I feel seen.
Right.
Do that a lot.
I'm coming to say, if you guys, again, you should run over and watch Barrett's channel. But he did a video. The first one I watched was about about sort of the rule of like 1 to 3 response for, if you're for your social media folks to buy your book or your mailing list. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah. And so, but his mother was visiting from out of town.
My former speech and drama teacher mother, who
my God.
every video I ever do and send me long notes after.
You're going to be really right. You're only improving every day, Barrett. That's why you're so good. So you could hear like he kept like. I loved how you did the outtakes. I thought it was hilarious. They're sort of interspersed where she's like, Barrett. Like there's little, she's like whispering off the side.
Are you
Which I
still
thought,
filming? Are you still filming? Yes, you see the lights on. You see the camera. I've never regretted a barn door on an office more.
It was so funny. I was dying. Oh my gosh. I played.
Moms are the best.
Yes, even that's awesome. I think that's great. SD Houston said, SD Houston just finished second cup of coffee. Now it's water. Nice work, Michelle. We're super proud of you. Very, very good. All right, you guys. Comment. All right. Joanne got 132 for this sprint, 869 so far today. Yay!
Nice.
That is awesome. We are super proud of you. Also, welcome. I think this is the first time we're seeing you. So nice work.
I've seen Joanne around, so it's really nice to see you. Here.
Yes, very, very nice to see you here. All right, peppermint tea, water for BC. Ellen has tangerine grapefruit crystal light. Got a little chai tea. All right, coffee.
I'm off the tea in that famous soup mug. There's no such thing as mug of tea. I need a bowl of tea.
Right. Oh my gosh, you guys. Tamara's got coffee and water, both. Chai also.
That is a good idea. That is a great idea, Tamara.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, coffee and water. Absolutely. Peppermint people. Very nice. All right. Okay. So Margaret says, Downton does give. I love. She said, Downton does give one cucumber sandwich craving.
Concur.
Right. We have this fantastic little tea house here. And so once a month my daughter and I go for afternoon tea, and like the whole, little tiny sandwiches and little tiny desserts and fabulous tea. So yeah, love it. Okay, JL, this time I only threw my manuscript across the room twice. Well, that's great. That's an improvement sometimes.
I cheated a little bit. I cheated a little bit today. I was typing clickety-clackety while we were chatting, and because I was so close to finishing the script that I just finished it. So I'm done with the script.
What? Look at you. Very good job. Well, we were going to go back and do one more, but we are almost out of time because we're chit-chatters today. SD says there's always ways to make something old original. My retelling is used with Irish mythology. Love that. That's fantastic. BC says there can never be enough stories. So true. There are no original stories. Also so true. If we can reimagine an older story, there are many stories that need to be reimagined to include diversity and different POV. Yes. Look at this. Aww. I I love you guys. You are all so awesome. I love how supportive everybody is here. All right, JL's like to Alaska. I like that. Oh, Margaret. Well, we are super, super glad that you were here today. Thank you so much for being here. We will hopefully see you back next week. Have a good time for your video call, even though we know. Social media is my bane. I don't enjoy it. I love Instagram. I hate pretty much everything else. Well, no, that's the truth. I love YouTube and I love Instagram. I never think of YouTube as social media. That's how much I like it.
I've been slacking on social media as a whole for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. All right. Let's go in a circle really fast. Favorite social media, most hated social media. I'm starting with you, Doll. I already know your answer on one of those. I don't know the second one. Favorite and hated.
Social media. Favorite is Instagram at the moment because I finally figured it out. Least favorite is it's actually between YouTube and TikTok.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Why? I'm a blind person.
Sure.
Video production is time consuming and I just want to write my fiction, not become a YouTube influencer. So
okay. All right. That's fair. How about you, Sako? Favorite? Most hated, most dreaded.
Facebook is both my favorite and my most hated at the same time. I would leave Facebook if it were not all of my work coming in through Facebook.
All right, good.
I'm freelance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
I know. Okay. How about you, Robert? Favorite, least favorite?
I would say my favorite is YouTube, and it's also the one that I complain the most about because the algorithm and the way it's set up is just nuts. But I would say maybe the one that's really my least favorite is Twitter, because no matter what I do on there, I can't get any rhythm with anyone anytime.
Yeah, me either.
It's a puzzle.
Okay. Michelle is a genius because she has like blocked
not there.
Yeah, she's not doing it, which I think is genius. So favorite
is obviously YouTube. It's the only thing I use. Least favorite, it's hard for me to say since I don't use them and I can't speak from a user perspective anymore, but from what I remember, Twitter from a mental health perspective is the worst. But Facebook is like actively destroying democracy, so I think I'm say that's my least favorite.
Yes, I think if you actively destroy democracy, you deserve the not my favorite.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay, Barrett, how about you? Favorite, least favorite?
Same as Michelle. YouTube's my favorite because the community here is just amazing and the community you can build is incredible. Least favorite is Facebook, although I love my group. If I go outside of my group, I'm amazed at the racists and hateful people I'm related to. Like, just incredibly amazed. So I just stay out of the timelines because
I think I'm immune to those experiences because I have separated I have a pen name, and I don't look at my personal stuff anymore. If people want to reach me, hey, I have a pen name, I have this account, that's where you find me. I'm working. I use social media exclusively for writing. I don't do personal stuff on social media. That people don't have a trace of me after I moved from Hungary. It's like she died or something.
Well, you're a woman of mystery, doll. All right. So,
I am.
JL says she loved your last video or almost last video about a PRH crap. Michelle, very nice.
Thank you.
Very good. Eva says writers exist without internet. Even the line gets blurred between being a writer and being published. That is the truth. That is the truth. Eva says backlogs are the magic ingredient. I think I missed something. Yes. I'm going to just do. Yes, that's absolutely the truth. All right. Amen, Robert. Barrett's channel where he talks about writing. Great. Yay. Okay, thank you very much. There is also wait, what am I promoting? Is it like how to get like the Brazilian booty? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Lisa, come on.
No, I was.
Family show.
I didn't.
Oh, it was Michelle? Oh, damn, my blindness.
No, it was me.
Michelle. Okay.
No, it was me. So, oh my gosh. Okay, Eva. I didn't say, I was just reading it. All right. So, yes. But Crohn's makes sense. Okay, anyway, I just thought it was an interesting ad. Writing, querying, like which one of these things is not like the other. Okay, here we go. Morgan, so many ums. Yes, every single one. Autumn's here.
Hi, Autumn.
Hi, Autumn. We're very glad
Hi,
you made
Autumn.
it today. We're very sorry. We're only going to be here for like another 10 minutes. SD says, I do a lot of deep breath in too. Very nice. All right. Ooh, who can pronounce my name? I would say Joanne Lewis.
That's my guess.
All right. Tell us if we got it.
Or Joan.
Loise.
Or Joan, yes.
Joan. Yeah.
Joanne Loise.
Oh.
John Luis?
Okay.
Could be John Luis.
All right. So let's have a
What
little.
language are we accessing?
I know, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Which language, and then we can discuss this.
And
I
then
think
we
our
can
votes
discuss
are
the
in,
pronunciation.
and she's going to have to give us, or he or they are going to have to give us a phonetic pronunciation.
Yes.
So, all right.
I'm going to say lose.
Oh, all right, Robert coming
Ooh.
in. All right. You're like that person on like a game show who comes in and bets $1. All right. Oh, thank you, Eva. You are so sweet.
Yes.
Oh, did somebody give us a dislike? Okay.
Oh.
I'll probably get over it. All right, here we go. Surpassed my second bite-sized goal for today. Yay!
Yay.
You are so welcome. This is my first year doing sprints, and I love them. Oh, we are so glad you're here. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad you did it here. That's phenomenal. All right, getting a little love. Okay, so JL, yeah, do you think story writing is becoming more of a business than a writing life? Yes. Well, I think it depends on the writer, right? If you have
I think it depends on the writer.
if you have some wealthy person, some wealthy patron who, whether that's a spouse or just someone who cares about you and really wants you to create art and you don't have to worry about paying the mortgage, then you could have a lovely writing life where you are able to be creative and not have to worry about, keeping the lights on. I think for a lot of people, it's more of a business. I mean, I think you can combine those two things. You can earn a living at this and also be creative.
I mean, the big publishers are making it hard, but it's doable.
Yeah,
It is doable.
it is doable. There are lots and lots of people who do it.
I think even if you're traditionally published, you have to have some kind of understanding of business, because even if you can afford business managers and all that, you still need to understand it, or you could easily find yourself in a pickle.
Yeah.
But I think the writing life is separate.
Mhm.
Social media, the business of it, it can really wear you thin. But I think until you're actually putting work out there, this is your platform, and it shouldn't be the first thing, although they'll make it seem like this should be the first thing you do. It's really kind of a secondary thing.
It is a secondary thing.
Yeah, I do agree with that, because it's really easy to fall into a sort of trap of constantly marketing to the point where you're not actually creating new work. And like when I wrote my first book, which you guys know is nonfiction, it was a bestseller. I got lots of offers to go speak. I did a bunch of like big, huge events, and I made a really good living doing that. But I was not like, it was like 5 years before I wrote the next book, because I was so busy promoting the first book all the time and doing all this other stuff. So yes, was I living the life of a writer? Yes. Was I actually writing during that time? Well, I was writing a column and doing and the website and all this other stuff, and I was doing all these other things, but I wasn't like writing books. And I really and that was, I don't want to be a full-time book marketer who doesn't write any books.
Content
right?
creator.
Exactly.
I have to carve out in my schedule, like, this is when I'm in writer mode, this is when I'm in promotion mode, this is when I'm in art mode, like
it is about, it's time management.
It is,
but you got to make sure you stay in balance.
That's why this is why I'm doing my Nanowrimo thing to do all the YouTube scripts. I made a list of video ideas. I will perfect them later, but I made a list of YouTube video ideas. Maybe I don't write them all. Maybe I come up with a new one, who knows? But I am doing all of that in Nanowrimo precisely so I can produce the videos in December, very good quality videos, visuals, bells and whistles, all the goodies, schedule them throughout 2022, at least the first half of 2022. I will return with Camp NaNoWriMo and do another round of YouTube. But I will have half a year for me to just focus on my work, because YouTube is already running itself. And I do the same thing every single month with my Instagram. And this is how I keep it consistent.
I think that idea of batching your marketing,
wisely batching it, because like you make like 10 videos, no plan, no schedule plan, no nothing plan. You just batch 10 videos and you will be dropping. No. Make a plan, take your calendar, and be realistic about how much you can truly produce with good quality. It doesn't have to be every week.
No, it does not.
Quit the weekly YouTube bullshit. It's not.
Yeah.
And then just produce what you can and batch it.
Yeah, it's easy to fall into this like cycle of YouTube advice, you know, and it's good.
Bullshit.
And it like in a way it'll work, but then you're just like grinding for the algorithm constantly.
Right.
I'm gonna drop the tea before my writers versus algorithms video, but I'm gonna drop it right here for you. There is a great writer here in our community who's like not really taking too much time to be in the community, but she is, and I respect her work immensely. Her name is Diane Callahan, quotidian writer. All of you have seen at least one of her videos in passing, at least. I hope so. She uploads once a month and sometimes even skips a month. And look at her results. There you go. There's your tea. Wait for my video in 2022.
Very good.
I think it comes down to like everybody that's caught up in the bubble of the community. They also kind of do what everybody else is doing. And it doesn't work. You have to spend a little time learning craft, because you're eventually going to put books out there. And if you develop a following, you're going to have questions. And I see people saying, I'm tired of craft videos. Craft is ruining my writing. And I'm like,
you sort of need it. All right. I want to go around. I think this is such a good question from JL. Yeah, you want to do that? Okay. So JL is thinking about starting a channel. I have serious social anxiety issues. Any advice besides don't do it? I would like to end our stream on a positive note. So let's.
There is always a way to become comfortable with what kind of content you create. I don't even show my face, if you can see. I mean, I have a profile picture, but I'm not on camera. And all my videos are like avatar made visuals of other kinds. You don't have to be on camera if it makes you anxious, if you feel like you're not photogenic, whatever. You don't have to. You will find a way for you to create content that does not create anxiety for you. I'm also making a video about this in the future, so stay tuned.
All right.
Also, it might help to. So I have another friend who gets social anxiety when she is, on screen and stuff like that. And she says that having me on as a co-host really helps to kind of like anchor her a little bit. So maybe finding a friend or finding another author tuber who is starting roughly the same time as you, and you kind of like collaborate early on in your YouTube career, as it were.
Yeah, I
think that's a great suggestion. That's something that I recommend for authors, especially like middle grade young adult authors who are nervous about school visits. Buddy up. It's like it takes the pressure off when you're standing in front of a crowd, when you have somebody sharing the mic with you. Like it really, that's such a good.
It really does. That's how I met Robert.
Oh, really?
I have to say Michelle, because Michelle is great at doing like concise to the point videos and also vlogs, but it doesn't really mimic everything that everybody else on the platform is doing. So find your own voice, but understand that your platform is going to be an extension of what your future readers are looking for. Don't be afraid to show your mistakes in your process, your journey, but at the same time, don't do it in such a way that makes you look like, I don't know, like everyone else, I guess.
Right.
Be yourself.
Be you. That's right. That's very good advice, Robert. Barrett's got something to say on that. I can feel him like itching right now. Let's hear it.
All I would say is, so I think I'm the baby channel up here. I think I'm the smallest. So what I would say to you is this: get out there and hit record and start making videos. My first 50 were horrible. And I did a whole lot of trying to be somebody I was not. And it just took a while for me to get comfortable in front of my camera. The next thing I did, because I have debilitating social anxiety, was live streams. And the first few times I did them, Aphrodite Lee, who was here earlier, invited me on, and I call her my fairy, YouTube fairy godmother, because she had me on, and the same thing Sako was saying. It kind of took away the fear. And within a month of being on Aphrodite Lee's stream, I was doing my own. And now I stream multiple times a week. And they're well, people show up for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of like getting out there, hitting record, finding your people. The last little piece of advice that I noticed on authortube that I try to encourage: leave your space. Like, your channel's awesome and you're starting out and you have very few subscribers, but go ahead and meet other creators that are small and comment on their videos and make yourself known, because that is how people kind of get to know you. Oh, wait, I've seen them in my comments. Oh, so we're all a little introverted. Leave that behind on authortube. Go say hello to other creators, because they'll reach out to you. So yeah.
It'll probably be Robert.
It will be.
I love that advice that all of you gave. I think that it is really important to be yourself, and it is okay to find a friend to start off with. And the thing is that what you said, Barrett, and I think Robert, you had said that, and maybe Michelle, I don't remember. It's all coming like in an awesome little blur to me right now. But one of the things that's cool is that you sort of end up finding like your little group, and that commenting on other videos that you like, and we're actually having Aphrodite on. I mean, it's a really wonderful community. And JL, you are already known here. We know you. We love you. Other channels, I'm sure, already know you and love you. So you already have friends, and that's like it's like starting a new job where you already know half the people that work there. So
that and you are a natural interviewer. So like
great questions. Yeah.
Oh, I know. Every week, great questions.
Week.
We're like, do we know what we have a topic this week? No, but JL's coming.
JL's in the chat.
JL's coming.
Yeah.
She's going to have some great thing to talk about. Even if I have completely planned out the entire, like, oh, okay, we're going to talk about this, this, and this, first, second, third. And JL will like ask some awesome question, and I'll be like, oh, we should talk about that instead. So
that's a great point, Sako. Just follow that. Because what you're doing already is very intriguing. So
yeah, absolutely. All right, you guys, it's 1:06. It is time for us to go. Thank you so much for everybody who was here today. You guys had such great comments. Oh, here, I want to go through these super quick. Morgan says YouTube's my favorite, Twitter's my least favorite. Wait, did we ever get that? Yes, we did talk about it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Facebook is an addiction. I need it so much. I get all on it. It's evil. Twitter feels like a waste of time. I just remove people who steal my joy. Yes. I also love you. Me and Ghost, we're like social media twins. I also love YouTube and Instagram. I also hate Facebook and Twitter. I'm right with you there.
I think the lifespan of what you put up on YouTube is a huge reason I like it so much more than anyone else. They're all gone.
Views on my turban video.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Eva says Crohn's, don't get it twisted. Love that. All right. Eva says also making Lisa blush is fun. Easy to do, people. All right, here we go. JC says TikTok's also moving up on my least favorite. I sort of love TikTok. I will say
hours. It's a shame.
I know, right?
Really?
I totally love. There's this old lady that always pops up in my feed, and she'll like do those side by sides with like fitness TikTokers, but then she's like 80 and she'll like do the whole routine right next to them. I know, I love her. I don't know why she's in my feed, because I think we all know I don't watch any exercise videos, but she always pops up and she's the coolest thing ever. All right, before we go, I want to do quick little outros. Again, you can find the links to everybody in the chat or in the description below, also in the chat for Barrett, and a link to the video that we talked about. His querying process is down there in our in the description as well. So before we go, let's everybody do a quick little outro, because we are already a little bit late. Barrett, let's start with you.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. This was a joy. I'm big fans of everybody on the screen and excited to be with you. My name is Barrett Laurie. I'm an aspiring kidlit writer, move into the middle grade place from YA. If you are into joining us for Critique Group Live, we meet the second Thursday of every month, and I do live stream author interviews on Fridays and occasional videos on chronic illness and how it impacts my writing. So come by and hang out with me if that's your jam.
Yay,
So
awesome.
would that be tomorrow? You've got a
Yes,
critique.
tomorrow.
Yay.
Right.
Tomorrow is Thursday. Look at that. All right. Thank you so much for being here, Barrett. You are a treasure. We just love you. You've just been fantastic. Michelle, how about you?
Hi, I'm Michelle Schusterman. I'm a young adult and middle grade author, and my writing channel is writing vlogs and writing workshops and traditional publishing kvetching.
I love that. Like, oh, traditional. Yeah,
I love you,
it's a mood. All right.
Yeah.
Story detective Robert Jones, tell us a little bit about you and your channel.
My channel takes all forms of storytelling, combines it, puts it under a Sherlockian microscope, and breaks down the craft for the viewer to make your craft journey easier. I also do tech reviews, and my channel has been up and running for the past few weeks. New video coming hopefully by Friday, and hopefully I'll see you there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Sako, tell us a little about you.
Howdy neighbors, it's Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Foyt. I write horror and I'm a witch and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. In fact, I did that a lot recently while releasing this book. If you are interested in videos that pertain to marketing for authors, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel, and it's not just me talking, it's also like, you know, Lisa Daly and BC Brown and Courtney Project and a bunch of other authortubers who have something to say on the topic. So drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Thank you so much for being here, all of you. Doll, tell us a little about you before we go.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm Cecil Runo, a blind storyteller for introspective readers. I write mostly sci-fi, but also I'm a genre hopper in my short stories and poetry. My channel is coming back in full force in 2022, so stay tuned for all the tea spillage in a very professional way.
That's a nice way to put it. Very, very good job. I am Lisa Daly. On my channel, we talk about how to write a book you're super proud of and get it published. And every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time, we are right here doing writing sprints with this awesome, awesome group. So thank you all so much for being here. And a special thank you to Barrett, who is our guest today. We love you. You can come back anytime. You are totally awesome. And we are heading out now. All right, everybody. Bye. Thanks so much for being
Take
here
care,
today.
everybody.
You know, I am waving, I promise.